Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna start this YouTube video a lot earlier than my last one, but I'm gonna make it short because I gotta get home and do stuff. I just tried my cherry lime Formula One protein flavor, and it was okay. It was like a 7 or like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. It wasn't ice cold, and I feel like a fruity flavor protein should be, sort of. And I'm a person who prefers like sweeter dessert-like flavors. That being said, it's still mixed great with water. I mix it with my ignition. So what that's doing is it's giving me like a quick assimilating protein. So literally my body can utilize it quick to help repair the muscles that I hopefully tore down during my exercise. And ignition is literally just like a pure carb source. Like it's in such a broken down form that my body can utilize it almost as soon as I ingest it. Like no breaking down is necessary. So working on that nutrient timing, trying to get it in. And yeah, this week is not starting off great, but this is what we do, okay? This is what you do in your fitness journey. You just keep going. You put one foot in front of the other and you keep going, okay? This number on the scale this morning was the worst thing I could have looked at and it put me in a terrible mood. And I just got my period today. Sorry if you're a guy watching this, but it happens and I feel like a whale. And ugh. But I did cardio and lift and it did make me feel a little better. So it's little things, and the fall colors are gorgeous. It will be okay. Here we go. I'm gonna head home. I'll catch you later. Hi, I am trying something new. Monster low carb. Waiting for class to start. We usually get a Zoom link, but so here we go. That's the best sound ever. Yikes, it tastes like a monster. Not as good as like the white one or something, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's not bad. In a pinch, yeah. Okay, everybody, so I thought I would do a little voiceover and talk through a couple of movements that are staples for leg days for like everyone, right? So here I am doing a basic back squat on a Smith machine. I prefer to use the Smith machine because it's more stable and sometimes I have knee problems. So I really focus on having a stance that's a little wider than shoulder width apart, making sure I have a tight core on the way down, also making sure to get to a 90-degree angle and then pressing up and through with the heels, and that really activates the glutes. So another movement that I wanted to talk through were Rdls. Again, here I'm just using the Smith machine. I prefer to do this with a free barbell, but this gym is hecka busy. So here you're going to really focus on hinging at the hips and only go down as far as you need to until you feel the tightness in the hamstrings just below the glutes. Keep a slight bend in the knees and the bar should sort of follow the legs on the way down. Hinging, following your legs with the bar, and making sure you feel that connection in your glute. I guess it's technically the glute hamstring tie-in. And then after my workouts, of course, I'm taking my post-workout stack of my Formula One shake, which is a quick assimilating protein, and ignition, which has a high glycemic index, so it's going to go straight to my muscles essentially. There's a more sciencey explanation to that, but I'm really trying to focus on nutrition and giving my body what it needs so I can grow the muscle that I need to as well. And as always, if you're interested in any of these products, there is a free shipping link in the description box. I also ate half of a bagel. Hi, my friends. I just recorded a story for Instagram and I used a filter, and now I'm not using a filter and it's kind of uncomfortable. But so I haven't really been talking about it too much, but I am still checking in with the coach, same coach, Kyle. And this week I had just like such a touching check-in. Like over like the weekend into the early part of this week, literally was struggling so much. Like I felt really bloated. I had I wanted to just like binge on all the foods. I knew that my weight was going to be higher than it had been typically. I just felt like booty cheeks. But he really like reassured me and was like, you're doing really well post show. Like, you're staying consistent, you are doing the workouts. Like, he sees the meals that I eat because I post full day of eatings on Instagram. And so yeah, so we kind of talked about, he's like, so now's the time when we can kind of start thinking of like, what habits did I have before starting to work with him? Truth be told, I was tracking my macros before that anyway, so it's been a long time. But like, what habits did I have before that? Like figuring out like quick, easy, staple meals that I can just have the ingredients for, and then just like throw them together. So not necessarily needing to plan out every single meal of every single day for the week. As well as he did say I could like weigh myself like 4 or 5 times a week if I wanted to. So I asked, I was like, do I need to do this every freaking day? And so yeah, it was just very uplifting. So he was like, you're doing a good job, and people really don't realize that it's more mentally really to come out of a prep than it is like physically sometimes. And the people that we see on Instagram, like I had brought up Stephanie Buttermore and how like she was a competitor and then she just stayed super lean and then she ended up going all in, but now she seems to find a place, like a good place of balance. Like, she looks good, she's training well, she eats intuitively. Like, that would be amazing to be able to just like listen to my body, make smart choices, not eat 100 donuts. Amazing. But yes, so we're still working on finding some sort of balance, because I think I need it in my life. It would help me like unwind a little bit, So yeah, I just want to talk about that. I haven't really talked about like working with my coach still or anything like that, but the mental side of coming out of prep is kind of a lot more work than the physical side. So that's something else to think of if you ever consider competing, I guess. Excuse me. I'm so gross. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to talk to you about. I'm sipping on my greens and EAAs. Oh my gosh, this morning I went to another exercise class and I forgot to take pre-workout. It was terrible. I was so tired. Anyway, I need to get back to work and actually see what people want me to do other than talk to you. Just kidding, it's not the end of the video. I had a super poppin' Saturday night and I made some pumpkin protein cookies using my pumpkin spice latte level 1 protein. Also got my nails done. I tossed the wet ingredients and into a bowl, mix it up, then put the dry ingredients on top, Ended up looking like this. Plopped them onto a baking sheet with some parchment paper at 350, cooked them for 15 minutes. This is how they turned out. They have a pretty soft texture and consistency. You can tell that they're oatmeal and protein, but the taste is really good, and I would say this was a win. There's only like 70 calories per cookie as well. Hello, beautiful people. So, I'm actually coming at you not in my pajamas, but I have my bedtime hair. So cute. Look at, I know I showed you a little bit already, but like, ooh, so cute. Anyway, this week's video is kind of just a little nothing, a little of everything. This is what my weeks are like, okay? It's a very realistic look into my life, but it is what it is. This is a season of trying to redefine who I am, not entirely, but who I am in the sense of my relationship to food and my relationship to training and my confidence in my own body. And so hopefully I will kind of focus on this a little bit more in some of my videos going forward. And I briefly touched on it about like how I'm still working with a coach and trying to find a balance with food. And the last couple of days I've been doing decently at this. Excuse me. But like I'm still tracking everything, and it's really amazing how much of a mind or mental toll doing a competition prep had on me. I guess it's not necessarily in a bad way, because obviously it's a very, very challenging thing, and like it takes you a long time to get to that point, and so it's kind of unrealistic to think that you're just gonna zip right out of it. So that was just something, as I've said before, that I didn't realize was part of prepping. So all good things are happening. I felt really good in my own skin today, and I did a very, very hard group workout class, but I crushed it. And I crushed myself, and I kind of avoided doing a take-home exam, so there's that. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this week's video. The little tips that I gave on some form for squatting and straight leg deadlifts. And then I just came up with a little fun protein cookie recipe based on some recipes that I found online, and, you know, tweaked a few things here and there for my own liking. They're decently good. Yeah, I wasn't mad about it. I mean, it's not necessarily a typical cookie texture. Perhaps if I had blended the oats as well, that would help, but I really wasn't feeling like doing that much work at the moment. So that's what I did. The macros on them are like awesome, like 70 calories for a cookie. I'll take it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram at ShanDanFit, where I post motivational tips, updates on my growth and improvement season, as well as meal inspiration and just general fit tips as well. Thank you for sticking around. I already said that, and I will catch you in the next one. But before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps me out, and that would be great, because I have fun making these videos. And I'm sorry that the last couple have kind of been lacking. I will try to have more creative insight. If you have video ideas, please drop them below. And with that, I will catch you in the next one. Mwah.